Hey guys, a quick video on Volkswagen Beetles and fuel filters. As a noob in the Volkswagen world, I've been learning a lot about fuel filters and where to put them and the dangers of them. And initially, when I got my bug, I added a fuel filter and I put it on this line here. This is the output from the fuel pump going up to the carburetor. And a lot of people say don't put a fuel filter there because if you use one of these plastic fuel filters in here, eventually it'll crack from the heat of the engine, cause a leak, and it'll leak all over your distributor and cause a fire. So because of that, I tried using one of these metal filters. This is a Hastings GF1 filter. You can see there, and it worked, and it probably wouldn't have sprung a leak, but I just replaced the fuel lines here with original cloth-covered German fuel lines, proper 5mm lines, not 3/16 of an inch or some English equivalent. I wanted the real deal. These fuel lines are not rated for ethanol fuel, but I'm fortunate enough to live nearby a station that offers non-ethanol fuel, so I've gone back to using the proper German lines so that they fit properly. And you can see I'm using crimp clamps instead of screw type clamps, which have a tendency to come loose, or the spring type clamps, which can lose their springiness over time. I went with the good crimp ones. But in regards to fuel filter, what I have here is this Hastings fuel filter I told you about, and also this plastic one. This one is a Mann fuel filter. It's made in what was the Czech Republic. I guess they've changed their name to Czechia, but it's made in Europe and not in the Far East. These are a little more expensive than the cheap ones, but they're probably worth it. So where did I end up installing the fuel filter? I put it down here under the car. Let's see if we can get a shot of it. It's not the most convenient location, but you can see up there, it's going to be safe. If it leaks, it'll leak on the ground and not cause a fire. You can see I also replaced the fuel lines there. Again, the German fuel lines with the crimp clamps. And the reason I switched from this metal one, I could have put this metal one under here, and I initially was going to do that and try to fabricate some sort of bracket to hold it, because this actually has some weight to it, but there really was no good place to install a bracket. And when I weighed these two filters here, the Hastings and the Mann plastic filter, this one weighs about 65 grams. This one weighs 14, so it's drastically lighter. And so I felt safe putting the filter up there. It's not going to weigh down those lines and wear them out eventually. So that's where I put the fuel filter. I know there's a number of other VW noobs like me out there who are learning things, and one of the questions is where to put the filter. So in this case, I've used a good quality European filter. I've put it under the car where it's safe and I shouldn't have any problems. Thanks for checking out the video. Comment if you like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.